First Peter chapter 1, 17 and 18 reads, "If you call on the Father who judges impartially according to the work of each person, conduct yourselves during the time of your pilgrimage in reverence, because you know that you were redeemed from your empty way of life handed down to you from your forefathers, not with things that pass away, such as silver or gold." Empty. That's how Peter described the former way of life of his readers. It was an ongoing condition. Generation after generation had passed on the same empty way of life. You know that you were redeemed from your empty way of life handed down to you from your forefathers. Some of Peter's readers were Gentile Christians, that is, non Jews. Their background included many pagan religions with all kinds of different gods that had been worshipped. Those gods had similar characteristics to human beings. They were vindictive. They were incapable of doing anything to truly help those who worshipped them. Greek culture had recognized the weakness of their gods, but rather than turning to the one true God, they instead turned to philosophy. Their philosophy was to just endure whatever life threw at them. It was emptiness. Their empty way of life led them to be skeptical and cynical about everything. Another way to translate the word for emptiness is lacking truth. When Jesus was on trial, Pontius Pilate asked him, "What is the truth?" John 18:38. Without Jesus, people lack a source of concrete, absolute truth. They search for truth wherever they can, but they always come up empty. The philosophers of this age claim to look to science for answers, but science is filled with theories with no absolute truth to really get to the bottom of things. But it isn't just the Gentile or the Jewish way of life from Peter's day which display an emptiness. Sin is an empty way of life. Peter tells us to conduct ourselves in reverence. And why? Because God judges impartially. In short, Peter is saying, live as a child of God. To be sure, your concerns and earthly fears at this moment will be similar to those of everyone else around you. You, however, must approach these things without the same emptiness and fear of an unbeliever, because you are a child of God. You have this confidence that whatever happens, God has promised you to be with you till the end of the age, and He is in control, and He will work even the bad things of this life for your good. Part of living as a child of God is to repeat the words of King David in Psalm 89, verse 1. "I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. With my mouth I will make your faithfulness known through all generations." Keep the empty cross and forgiveness of Jesus always at the forefront of your mind. Your lack of emptiness will be evident in your reverence for the Lord. Your praise of His name will resonate so that others may see the most important work ever done, the work of Jesus to atone you for the world. Conduct yourself in reverence in everything that you do. Be blessed.